What's good, y'all? As promised, here we are with the 3 heroes we're about to have a look at, and we start off with CALISTA. And for those that are curious, here are the other 2 real quick. We have Eris and my personal favorite. Where is she? Come on, where are you? She's supposed to be somewhere here. Oh yeah, there we go. It is Camille Plus. It is Camille Premium. But yeah, that's not what we're here for. We're here for CALISTA, and for a very specific reason. You've seen it in the thumbnail already, and let me alleviate your fears. She is a free hero. And the way you obtain her is at the, starting from the 12th of December, we'll get the Frostfall Jamboree event shop. And in this event shop, we'll be able to buy CALISTA as well as her exclusive artifact. We don't have access to her exclusive artifact yet, so I can't tell you what it does, but we have access to CALISTA. She looks absolutely stunning, and it is time we have a look at what she's all about. So, before we get into anything too special, we have 2 range. Okay, so it is not a 1 range fighter, it is 2 range. Very, very important. Kind of reminds you of an Ein. I hope she absolutely dusts him. So, first off, we have around 20,000 HP. Par for the course. 4,700 attack. Seems reasonable for the range. And it depends on what kind of damage she does, right? If she does magic damage, obviously it would make more sense. A lot of defense. I think 3,100 defense is quite a lot. Let's actually cross-check that with someone else. Why don't we pick... how about we pick good old Brock here? Base stats 4,000 defense. So yeah, pretty high, especially for a fighter. Let's compare. Why not compare to Ein? We already mentioned him. Let's compare to Ein. How much does he have? 1,700. So almost twice the defense that an Ein has. Okay. Besides that, we have 2.5 second attack interval, which is rather standard for fighters in general. We have a magic res of 500, is whatever. Block of 2, reasonable. And then 20 cost. Okay. Besides that, obviously no changes here. We have a rage region basic of 9, rage region attack of 8 because of the faction bonus, if I'm not wrong. It should be the bonus from gallery collection, right? The Watcher gallery collection should give us 1 rage on attack. Okay, so far so good, looking nice. It's time we have a look at what she's all about. So here we go. I haven't seen it, you haven't seen it, nobody's seen it. Let's go. Alright, talent. Each attack has a 15% chance to trigger a special attack that deals 250% damage to 2 targets in range and knocks them back. The hero's attack deals 20% more damage to targets not blocked by this hero. Very nice. Very nice. Seems very versatile, and also kind of somewhat already reminds you of Magda with the pushback. Basic attack. Deals 120% AoE damage to up to 5 enemies. Alright, let's cross-reference that with Magda. How many enemies does she hit? 120 to 5. Same range, same person. Alright, so similarities to Magda are there. Obviously we have normal damage, so not magic damage. But it is unable to be countered by anything, and the damage always remains the same. Which is really interesting. So, here we go. Dawn's Salvation. Each target knocked back increases the damage by 5%, stacking up to 5 times and lasting for 10 seconds. Which means when it full triggers, increases the chance of triggering the talent by 5%. Okay, so every knockback increases damage by 5% up to 25%, and all those stacks each last for 10 seconds. They should be separate stacks, which means you can't just refresh all the stacks by refreshing 1 stack. And the talent trigger chance then goes from a 15 to a 20% chance, so into a 1 in 5. Dawn's Reckoning. When a knockback is triggered, inflicts a mark on the target for 10 seconds. While marked, each time the target moves half a tile on their own, they take 1 instance of damage equal to 70% of the hero's attack. So basically, it's kind of like a bleed in usual games where if the enemy moves, they take extra damage. Alright, so now let's make a bit of a guess. With the way this kit looks, there should be a knockback on her ultimate. Let's see if I'm onto something or if I'm completely wrong here. Dawn's Thrust deals 300% damage twice and knocks back up to 5 targets. Okay. 3-second cooldown, and this is very, very important. It is a auto ultimate at 350 cooldown. And you know what this also means? The chances with her being a knockback hero are very, very high that she can work in Gear Dungeon 2. She can work in Gear Dungeon 2. That is something we're going to test for all of you because that would be so amazing and so important. Okay, now that we have this, so by now you've obviously already seen her kit and such, which means it's time we take a look at her awakenings. So, increases the ult's damage by 50% and enhances the knockback strength. So the big question here, is it 350% times 2, so 700, or is it just 650? I would guess 700%. And knockback strength might be what you need to be able to survive in Gear Dungeon 2. We'll have to see if she needs to be A1. Then we have 300 attack. A3, talent triggered knockback has enhanced strength and affects one more target. All knockback effects inflict stun for half a second. That seems really good. But mainly for knockbacks, right? And when an enemy dies in range, the next basic attack is guaranteed to trigger the talent up to twice every 10 seconds. So basically, just from the awakenings, it doesn't sound too strong, it doesn't sound too over the top, it just seems like a whole bunch of, okay, here, do this very well. Okay, I like it. I really do like it. Which means, now that we basically threw everything already, it's time for testing. See ya there. I guess before we get into testing, just so we have a better idea of how low 350 rage actually is, let's compare it to Arrogance and Wrath, because those are one of the most popular auto-ultas that we have. So let's start off with Wrath. Wrath has a 300. We all know how goddamn fast Wrath can go, and there's only 50 rage slower than Wrath. And for Arrogance, Arrogance has, I believe it's 500? 750. Oh, I think it's 500 with the exclusive gear, right? Or something similar? Let me see if I'm completely lost here. Arrogance exclusive gear minus 100, so 650. Were there any awakenings that reduce it? No. So way faster, almost twice, yeah, over twice as fast as what an Arrogance has, unless he has exclusive artifact, which still is almost twice as fast. Very, very crazy actually. Alright, it's Gear Dungeon 2 testing time, and before we disable sounds again, let's listen to her 2 voice lines here.
I will cover the retreat! By my spear, I will run them through.
I cover their retreat, and by my spear, I run them through. Decent enough, nothing too crazy. Alright, the stage is set, and it is time we go. Obviously, we won't bring anything too crazy right now, because we are really only here for one purpose. And that is this one right here. Let's see if she can deal with the explodey one. Very, very interested in the outcome of this. So we obviously also have Hollow there for healing. And now the question is, will her pushback be enough? Or do you need her at A1? I'm pretty sure that would have been the end there. But let's recheck. Alright, same stuff, just one more hero. So, here we go, we bring her in right here. And we just support with a Volker, because why not? And then for the rest we just put it full of tanks and call it a day, you know? Nothing too crazy. So, enemies dead. Okay. That was still lethal, but we don't know if maybe she can trigger multiple pushbacks. Because she didn't trigger her passive pushback. So it might not be all that telling. So we'll have to look at that. Okay, so this time we have again no normal pushback. Let's reset the instance, see if anything changes. Alright, same scenario. Let's see if anything turns out differently this time. So there's no pushback. There's a pushback, and now the ultimate. Come on. Yes. Yes. That is what I'm talking about. So we were just unlucky. We were just unlucky earlier. Which is amazing. Like this is really, really great. Really great. Super happy with this. Yeah. Damn, nice. Very nice. Alright. So, because there's more heroes to test and I know you all are also looking forward to those, we'll not quite end it here. We'll have a bit of a brainstorming session together and you can tell me your opinions in the comments. But for now, obviously the important fact is she has the knockback required for Guild Boss 1 even at A0, which is absolutely amazing, means you can buy her from the shop and she works. Her exclusive artifact might even increase the chances of her triggering her basic attack to push back, which is, it seems very realistic. And now the big question is, where else would you be able to make use of that knockback? Obviously you can try and have a bit of fun in Gear Raid 1, which is alright. Gear Dungeon 1 has the problem that the enemies are pushback immune, so that won't be as nice. So yeah, let's see. Is there anything specifically where she might work in the tank codex. I know it sounds a bit weird because she's not a tank, but she does have pushback, and depending on awakenings and exclusive artifact, she might actually be able to delay the enemies long enough to make a difference. Yeah, if anybody has any big brain usages, feel free to let me know in the comments. And obviously the closer we get to the 12th of December, the more in-depth testing you're going to get, especially if she's viable in different other pieces of content. But for now, the most important part is she is valid. Very valid, and she is free. Peace!